Dear WHO and those like you and your globalist allies at the UN have placed the entire world in a precarious position, forcing people to take vaccines laced with nanoparticles and God knows what else. Now, as people begin to suffer and die from your so-called solutions, you act as if you had no part in it. And yet you expect Donald Trump to stand by you? Do you even realize what you've done to the world economy over nothing but a glorified flu virus? You executed one of the most successful brainwashing operations in history, convincing the masses that influenza no longer existed and rebranding it as COVID. And now, instead of taking responsibility, you whine about being exposed and dismantled. You should be returning the stolen wealth you siphoned from the people, not complaining about losing power. You've proven yourselves to be useless, corrupt, and completely full of it. This message also goes out to the warmongers in Washington, the demon rats, and the European Union, who now push for military escalation in Ukraine, as if NATO creeping up to Russia's borders isn't already an act of provocation. Your propaganda machines, the mainstream media, have built a house of lies and now it's collapsing around you. Watching you lose your footing is long overdue. The world has changed. But have any of you acknowledged that the so-called climate crisis isn't a crisis anymore? No, you haven't. You've seen the new technologies, but instead of sharing them with the people, you bury them, keeping the public in fear so you can maintain control. We see through your lies, your corruption, your theft, and it's a pleasure to watch your empire crumble. May justice catch up with you. Some of you will end up on the streets, suffering the hardships you inflicted on others. Others will face judgment for the consequences of your actions. We know your mindset. You thrive on destruction, chaos, and control. But your time is up. The tables are turning, and you're about to experience the very struggle you forced onto the rest of us. No more manipulation. No more manufactured crises. No more deception. You reap what you sow.